So I've been going to my church, LifeSpring, for about 6 years. I joined in like at a bad season of my life. When I was 15 years old, started going to the youth group, and eventually that led to me going to one of the conventions that we hosted, and I got saved, and it was super cool. It was awesome, and like that, my entire life changed on that very moment. Just joking, it didn't. It got harder after that, and life kind of kept progressing, and I knew like I knew I had to get more involved in church and stuff like that. So I kind of ran from that because I didn't want to fall into a area where I wasn't like financially stable with my life. And like I always kind of like built that foundation of my life on like being financially stable and stuff like that. And my thought was, if I go into like ministry or something like that, like I couldn't do that. So there was a long period of my life where I ran from ministry, and then I started getting a little bit more involved. I became a small breakout leader at our church, and then I went to another convention, and it was really cool. And like I felt like the Lord kind of telling me like I need to do this. So I was kind of asking like what those feelings mean, and my pastor Nate had told me like I should do an internship, and like 3 months into it, if you don't feel like you can do it, and then you probably shouldn't do it. But if you're in 3 months in and you're like, yeah, I can do this, and then that's what you should do. So 3 months into it, I was like, yeah, like this is awesome, like this is what I'm called to do. Like it was super clear. And then my youth pastor, Jacob Perry, he had jumped up from youth ministry to doing associate ministry in our church, and then I took his role as the youth director. I feel as if the most important thing about IA is definitely there are a lot of older ministers in the world in our church, and I feel as if they are almost growing up and the church is kind of dying. It's like really depressing. And we have these new leaders who want to jump into these roles. You know, they're coming off of these times in their lives where they want to turn to something, and they need to turn to something that's right, and that's Jesus. And they're wanting to do ministry, but they just don't know how to do it. Well, why IA is so unique is because it can take those chances with young people, and it can lead them to more leadership roles in our church. IA is essentially a tool belt that allows us us interns to be equipped. So we have those tools in leadership. So we have those tools in our future ministries. And so we have those tools in our future lives and stuff like that. And I think without that tool belt, you know, you're going to have struggles with learning. You're going to have struggles with teaching people. You're going to have struggles with doing basic ministry with people. And you need a strong foundation to go off of. And IA is that strong foundation to teach you. It's to, you know, nurture you, to like help you out. And also the IA retreats are free, so it's like, that's sweet.